What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Warehouse Series. So for right now, I am doing another video like this. I tried to hook up my wireless mic, not working properly. I just want to bother the person that helps me with this, not too much. So for right now, guys, if you can subscribe to the channel, I'm going to be trying to do more live streams. I'm going to try to do these live, these videos. If you guys want to join Discord, that link is in the description below. Give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. So in the past, I've talked about a couple things that I noticed that selectors do wrong, and it without a doubt makes them build a bad pallet. One is stacking cases in that direction of the pallet. I always talk about putting big cases in the middle of your pallet. That's forcing you to have a small perimeter. Small corners, small perimeter. You want bigger, stronger cases pointing towards the middle of your pallet. So with that being said, after that, I talked about how selectors get fixated that I cannot move on to the next layer until I select this full layer. I got to fill in every gap on this layer before I move up. And I told you how that gets you wide pallets because, you know, selectors are forcing stuff in there. Excuse me, my voice is a little raspy today. So today we're going to be talking about how I notice way too much selectors are walking their cases along the pallet. So they start on the left side, go to the right, front to back, back to front. However it is, they walk them. What do I mean by walking them? Case up against case, case up against case, case up against case. I'm going to try to show you some examples here. So this one, and let me turn these on. So this one here, oops, let me take this off, sorry. All right, so we start on one side of the pallet, we walk our way over, and we leave ourselves a small corner. It's just one example right there. Right here, we start ourselves in the front, and we walk our cases back. So it's case against case against case until we have this small back and we have no room to put any cases left. So that's another example. Now what we want to do is work if we're not getting a solid row. So if we start back here and we get a solid row, that's a different question. But if we cannot get a solid row, we want to worry about our corners and have smaller cases in the middle, and that's the cross and T I always talk to you about. Now, if that's not making sense, I'm going to try to get to some more examples here. And I took pictures all through the warehouse, and I swear every selector is doing this. So we start here. I need 3 toilet paper or 3 of these cases. It doesn't matter. I'm just setting this up for an example, and we will walk them across 3 in a row instead of doing this. So let's say we have all smaller cases coming, and I got 3 of these toilet paper. Well, why would I want them 3 across like this? I want to worry about my corners. I want my low inside, and I want nice, strong corners. So that is what I'm trying to get to right now. We like to walk our cases across the pallet, and then we have no room to put anything around the perimeter of the pallet. So with that example being said, I am going to show you a bunch of examples. All right, so right here, and how do I know they did this? Because I followed them. All right, I doing this for the video, guys. When I'm doing an easy job at the warehouse, I will literally follow these people around. This selector started over on this side of the pallet and started coming over, and then realized, oh, I don't have anything to put there. So I'm going to start right here. Started across, and their coffees fit here. But this is what this person did. Walk the cases across. I told you, putting big cases like this is going to force you to have a small outside, and that's exactly what happened. And not only that, but this person walked his cases across. This case got to touch this case. This case got to touch this case. We got to get out of that. We got to worry about that last pallet that I showed you with the 4 corners. So if I'm walking cases, I immediately think of my corners all the time. I want nice, strong corners. I don't care about this is a strong middle. I tell you guys, strong corners. We don't care about a strong middle. All right? A strong middle is going to push our perimeter of the pallet over if it decides to fall. So that's the first picture I want to show you. Right here. This person walked these cases back and then came straight across and walked these cases up and was left with this small gap right here. I mean, come on. Guys, strong corners. Big cases in the middle, small cases on the outside. We want to make strong corners. This probably, honestly, I probably would either throw it up on the front pallet or it would have been on the next level up. Just another example of walking cases. I hope this is making sense, guys. Pretty much all the same case. We're walking them, and we're leaving it short. 2 reasons why they're leaving it short is 1, because they want this case touching this case for some reason. We got in our head that we got to attach cases together, and then we got broken wood in the back. My video I just put out last week, I was telling you how to use this broken wood. You want it facing the jack so you could actually stack cases on that gap. So if you did not see my few minutes from last week, you need to go and watch that about using broken wood like this. But once again, and then this flap in the middle, guys, take the time to fold this flap down. You're not going to be able to stack a case on top of this. It's going to mess everything up. But yeah, it's okay to stack like this, but just slide this case back and get some even gaps in between the cases. So guys, all day long, LaCroix, this person, I've watched this person throw to LaCroix. They started over here and they started coming this way. And then look what happened. We got a gap that's just, and then we got cases hovering in the middle because we decided to throw cases like this. Like I said, corners in when you cannot make a full row. So I'm going to go on to the next picture. This is very blurry, but I really wanted to show you guys this. Now this person walked back and stopped. And then they put a couple cases on this corner right here and said, okay, well, that's not going to work. So they went up to their next level, walked cases back, and he kept trying to put cases here, and they kept falling off because his bag's already hanging off, and everything he put on there fell off. This is where, if he would have worried about this corner, see that big case right here? This big case shouldn't be here. Look how level he is. With that case and this case, the charcoal in this case is level. That was the perfect opportunity to take these big bags and tie in this corner, but he was walking his cases back and he left himself with no room. Quit walking your cases, all right? Let's worry about our corners and not worry about the inside of our pallet. Once again, I cut this person off. I didn't want to show anybody, but once again, we got these long sugars in the middle of the pallet. Walked his cases back from front of the pallet to the back, and we have no room. All right, all day long, guys. This is exactly what these people are doing. I witnessed it. Now, I wanted to show, this is my front pallet that I was showing you. This is what you do. All right, I got a bunch of new cases coming up, different size cases. I am worrying about the corners in my pallet. I am not walking my cases back. I'm leaving small gaps in the middle, and I'm leaving big cases, flat cases, if I could possibly get them level on the corners. All right, this is how you want to start your pallet. You don't want to start with, like this case up here and then just walk this back. All right, I can fill in the middle at any time. It's a lot easier that way. All right, here's a good pallet, guys. Now, do you think this person walked from here to there? No, because there's gaps. All right, we got gaps in the pallet. So this person did not have the fascination of keeping every case touching all the way across. You left nice gaps. That's how you get square pallets. The way you guys are building, walking your cases, you are never going to have a square pallet, ever, unless it's all the same product. All right, so here's another good one. This is the last picture I want to show you. Once again, we had a gap here. Now, I tell you, I don't like putting cases on their sides, but you think there's any pressure on that case? No. Is there any pressure on this case? Absolutely not. The majority of the case up above it is on this case right here, the Land O'Lakes. There is no pressure on that case, but the gaps are in the middle. Actually, there's very little gaps on this pallet because it's very solid. But once again, corners in. All right, we want to leave gaps in the middle, space here, right here. Now, if you would have kept this yogurt up against this one, we would have had a bigger gap, and then we would have had this cheese dipping in the middle. So I hope this makes sense. A little different format today with this, but I hope this makes sense. If not, leave a comment in the comment section below, guys. So that's it for today. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.